Stranger Things Season 3. I'll talk about it right now. Welcome back to Comic Talk. Welcome back. Welcome back to Comic Talk. And today I will be talking about Stranger Things. Jesus, what is going on here? Sorry guys, I have the IMDb. If I keep looking down, it's because that's my phone screen. Yeah, because I don't remember everybody's names on the season 3. But just want to talk about season 3. I finished. If you haven't seen Stranger Things, I don't know what you're doing here. It's talking about Stranger Things season 3, or Stranger Things as a whole. I don't know what's going on. What are you doing here? Well, welcome. If you want to get it spoiled, fine by me. Okay, it's gonna be spoiled. If you're still here, it's gonna be spoiled. What are you doing here? I don't get it. I don't know. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. If you're one of the few people who have Netflix and haven't seen Stranger Things, I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know. It's the best show on Netflix, but we're talking about season 3. Mostly. Might go back to season 1 or 2, but mostly I'm gonna be talking about season 3. I really liked it. I thought it was as good as season 1 and season 2. I binged the whole thing like within 2 days. I didn't have time to watch it all at once, but it's kind of good and bad about the show is that it's all out at once, but then you finish it and then you're like, oh, I have to wait for another year or 2 or a year and a half for the next season. That's what happened to when I watched it last. Season 1 was on, and then I had to wait a year for season 2, and then this again for season 3, and it's just. And I don't know if you guys noticed, this is very reminiscent of. Just want to say it. I'm gonna throw it out there. People already saw it already, but it's very reminiscent of the new It, especially what's his name? What is his name? What is his name? I'll get his name. Don't worry. Oh, Finn Wolfhard. He plays Mike Wheeler in this one. He plays Richie in It. So it's like, it's very reminiscent of It because they're kids. It's both based in the 80s. They're all kids, mostly kids who are on this mission against a superpower entity, supernatural entity in a small little town. Derry. I forgot what was the name of this. You guys know what the name of the city is. I forget. Hawkins. They're in Hawkins. This one. Kind of, going through the vents, through the sewers. Come on. He's like a mutated thing, and he's just transformed to this, and he can make people do other stuff, and then it make people float. I was waiting for it to come out and make people float. I don't know. Very reminiscent of It. I liked It. I like this. I'm pretty sure they copied each other, but it's whatever. So we do like the other seasons where there's like 4 groups that they form. Who else? The kid who plays Dustin, he came back from camp, and I'm just looking at the let's see. You can't really see it. IMDb page, it's because it's so their names are, you guys get it. All right. So you guys know the names. I can't remember everybody's name, so I'm just looking it up on here just to make sure I don't get a Mike, because the guy who plays Mike, there's another Mike in It, so it's kind of confusing. You guys get it. So it was an 8-episode 8 episodes, and so I watched 4 one day, and then I watched like 2 one day, and then like 6 the rest of the day. The second day. So it was like it was too good. I couldn't like. They always end on like cliffhanger. But yeah, like I was saying, there's like 3 or 4 groups, and they're like, I just want, and the whole time I'm like screaming like, when are you guys gonna meet up? When are you guys gonna meet up? I want you all, again, why are they going to separate groups? This season 2, they were in they all met up again, and then this season 3, there's like 3 groups. They just go on this way, this way, this way, this way, and they're off with the same goal of, getting this. One group is infiltrating the Russians and the Russian base, and we think it's in Russia. And then another, uh, they find out the Russian code, and that's find out that they're under the mall. The guy from Princess Bride is in this. What? He plays the mayor. What? Oh, because I played in the Princess Bride play in my high school. You guys know. Yeah, the guy from Princess Bride is in here. He was on Psych. One of the best guest stars on Psych, in my opinion. Gary, I can't pronounce his last name. But you guys know what I'm talking about. He plays the mayor. And but yeah, they're all going in this 4 separate groups, all to meet up. And finally, at the end, when they finally do meet up, I feel like I'm watching like the Avengers, or like when they all finally meet up. I was like, yes, yes, yes! They finally met up. They finally met up. I was screaming, yelling, and it was. Everybody thought I was crazy in the house, but it was, I was just excited when they finally met up. And this is the one, I guess Mike and Elle are together, and then the 3 inches door. You guys know what happens in the first thing, and then I don't know what Hopper said to Mike in the car. We never got to see. But yeah, they ended up breaking up, and then everybody breaks up. Like even what's Mike's sister and Will's sister and Will's brother. Not Will's sister, Will's brother. Oh, I didn't even know. I don't even remember that Mike had a little sister. What? I don't remember. Do you guys remember this? Was this in season 2? I don't remember if this was in season 2. Leave in the comments down below. Was she in season 2? Leave in the comments down below. I don't remember her in season 2, and I saw her on the Ferris wheel on the fair. I was like, they have a little sister. I'm like, I would think that she would be part of the group. But I guess they keep a close eye on her. But Mike and sister, they're just off, and just they're barely home. I don't know where are they. Jeez, these parents. Jesus Christ! No wonder they're getting so much of these adventures and stuff. It's just, well, I guess it was in the 80s. That was crazy times, right? Sheesh. So yeah, I guess the group, they figure out, the kids, let's see, who was it? Lucas, Mike, and Will. That was one group. Then Nancy Wheeler, Jonathan Byers was another group, because they worked at the newspaper, and then they took over the newspaper guy, the Flair, or I don't know, I forgot the monster's name. You guys know what the monster's name is, yeah. So that was another group. They worked at the newspaper place, and then they got fired, and then because the boss was taken over by the monster, I'm just gonna call it the monster, the big, yeah. And Dustin, no, 11, and the other girl, what's her name? Elle and Max were another group, and who else? Jim, Hopper, and Joyce. Joyce, mother of, of Will and Jonathan. That was another group. And then Max and Elle were another group. And then Steve. Who else? Erica. Robin. and Dustin were another group. That was like, that's the 5 groups right there. They're all going for another, I'll call the Dustin's group Team Ice Cream, because they worked at the ice cream parlor, and then that's how they found out about the Russian code. They were the ones who found out about the Russian code and that the Russians are beneath them all. And then the ones who met up first were 11 group, and then Mike's group. They all met up. They met up. They met up on the radio. Code Red, Code Red, Code Red. And that's another group. And then they found out because Will has the sense that he from the monster, because he was affected in the first season. Yeah, in the first season, and then as well in the second season. I'm pretty sure they're gonna deal with the same thing in the 4th season. So I called it right. I called it right here. Right here. Comic Talk. Comic Talk right there. Comic Talk. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, there's like 5 groups. Hard to keep up with all these people. And then the guy from the second season, what's his name? Like the conspiracy theorist guy. He was Murray, and they meet up with him. Jim Harper and Joyce. They meet up with him, and then because he speaks Russian, and they kidnap the Russian guy, and then yeah, there's so many things going on. I can't even explain everything that's going on. I don't know why I'm trying to explain everything that's going on. There's like 8 different plot points going in at once, and each episode, kind of like it. It is like if you read the book, it's back and forth of the kids, and then the adults, and then the kids and the adults. So this is like kind of it, where this is like, okay, we're gonna follow this team, and then now a few minutes later we're gonna go to this team, and then a few minutes later we're gonna go to this team, and then a few minutes later we're gonna go to this team, and then we go back to this team, and then we forgot about it. There's stuff I forgot about from this team, and so then and then finally I'm like, okay, finally the last episode, actually, episode 7, where they finally kind of all meet up, finally. So they find out about the monster, and then they find out about the Russian code. Then other group friends about the Russian codes, and then the other team, finds out about the all this other stuff about 11. The girl from the ice cream shop's like, who's Elle? Who's this? She has all mind powers, and then everybody's like, well, she has mind powers, I guess, so she's badass. She's the only one who kicks everybody's ass and whatever. Whew. Babbling on. Okay, sorry. All right, let's see, what am I talking about? Yeah, episode 8, they finally get all together. I think episode 8 was kind of like my favorite because everybody knows what's going on. They're finally, it's like the Avengers. They all finally meet up in episode 8, and then they meet up, and then they split up again. I was like SpongeBob in that meme. I was like, what's going on? What? Oh, that was SpongeBob in it when he's a caveman. He's like, what? But yeah, yeah, Stranger Things. It was that was a roller coaster. At the end, it did make me cry when 11 was reading the Jim Hopper letter that he wrote to her. Well, I didn't really cry, but it was, this is a tearjerker moment, and yeah, that was a really good movie. Good movie, 8-hour movie. It was a really good show. I feel like they got everything that they needed to do in 8 episodes. It was a jam-packed 8 episodes, an hour, 52 minutes, 53 minutes each, and it was jam-packed. There was like 5 different storylines going on at once in each episode. I was like, how did they even balance this out? But then it all weaves together. And then finally at the end, it comes together and all that stuff. And all right, so let's talk about let's see. Everybody did a good job. Everybody did awesome. You know, Millie Bobby Brown as 11, Finn Wolfhard as Mike, David Harbour as Jim Hopper, Wanda Ryder as Joyce Byers. You know, everybody did good. And at the end, let's see who died. Because there was like 4 or 5 people who died at the end. I was like, I guess they're not gonna be in the next one. You know, Jim Hopper, he's not gonna be in season 4. So everybody, they won, but they didn't win because Joyce was finally gonna, you know, realizing her feelings finally for Jim, and at the end, she dies. She has to turn the keys, so her kids won't die, but he dies. Jim. So then 11, that's like her dad, her father figure, not her biological father, but it is her, you know, father who, you know, took her in, who's actually, you know, or I don't even know who her biological father is. We don't even know who she is. Her mother died or whatever, hasn't spoke a word. But this is like her, you know, you know, it's her father, and you know, she took her in and all that stuff. So she's sad about that. So she kind of lost. Max, her brother Billy, dies. He sacrifices himself to save 11. So Max, you know, is sad, and then her lost her brother and stuff. Who else? Who else? Who else? What was the Russian guy? They finally get to know him and all that stuff, and he ended up dying and stuff. So then they were all sad about that. You know, Jim Hopper was sad about Joyce Hopper. Joyce Byers was sad about that. And then the conspiracy theory guy was sad about that. So, you know, Murray was sad about that, you know, so that really sucked. And then we don't get a conclusion with what happened with Barbara. Remember Barbara from the first season? She died at like the party or whatever. Well, she went on another show, but you know, she died, and we never really get a thing for her and all that stuff. And so they did win. They beat the monster. They closed the gate. They destroyed the machine that held the gate, and they ended up, you know, they won, but they didn't win because they lost their family members. They almost everybody in the group like lost somebody, or you know, was related. You know, this it's like, you know, they all knew Jim Harper, and you know, he's the police chief, and he perished, and then Joy, you know, everybody's sad, and then the Byers are, you know, she's like, I already lost 2 boyfriends. You know, she lost her boyfriend in the second season, and that's why she didn't want to go on the date with Jim in the third season. So then finally, when they're gonna finally go on a date, he died. You know, sad stuff, sad stuff. And then they move away, so that's even sad. Everybody's sad because then 11 moves in with them because her dad died. She has nobody, so she does move in with Joyce Byers and Mike Byers and Jonathan Byers. So they're all moving away, and then they're gonna all come back in that 4th season. I don't know what the heck's gonna happen. And they're teasing at the end that I guess 11 is losing her powers, or she lost her powers. I think that's the reason they're gonna deal with the repercussions of 11 losing her powers, because if that's the only reason that they defeated this monster, because 11's powers, and if she doesn't have her powers and this monster does come back, I don't know how they're gonna defeat, you know, this monster. And then without Jim, she's not gonna be there, and she's not gonna be there to help as well. And so I don't know how they're gonna defeat, you know, the monster if it does come back. Because I think there is gonna be a season 4. I heard they're in talks, you know, doing a season 4. We're gonna have to wait a while for that one. But yeah, that's the end stuff. I do like how the monster was like actually like everybody can see it. Only in the last one it was only Will who could see it, but now this one, you know, everybody saw it. It was a big monster, and yeah, and it's all a good show. You know, this is all a good show. I don't. Is Erica gonna get free ice cream for life? I have no idea. What do you guys think? Is she gonna get free ice cream for life? Leave it in the comments down below. She gonna get free ice cream for life. Pretty good deal. She actually, saved everybody. She helped out her well, and then they go in the elevator, and no loose ends, no open-ended questions, except at the end with Eleven's powers. Is she gonna lose her powers permanently, or is she gonna figure out how to get her powers back? We don't know. Is there? Because I remember there was she moved in with somebody else who was from the same program as her. 8, I believe. It was like the Indian girl who make you see stuff that weren't even there. That was her powers. So then she was like kind of like sister with 11. And so is there more numbers? She's 11. There has to be 10 more. Did they all die? I don't even remember if they explained if they all died or did not die in the comments down below. um, but yeah, I think that's all I have to say. It was a phenomenal show. I love the show. Can't wait for season 4. I'm a big fan. I'm pretty sure, like I did, like everybody else, just binge the whole thing, like one trip. I'll probably rewatch it again, but I don't even know what's another good show. Recommend another good Netflix show down in the comments below, because I don't know what to watch on Netflix right now. There's nothing good to watch on Netflix. It's like season 3 came out. I was like, okay, finally. And are you guys excited for it? Chapter 2. Are you guys gonna go see it? Comments down below. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say. I'm looking at the characters. Maybe there's something else comes up to me. And no, I think we talk about everything. Oh, great song with Dustin and his girlfriend. They were kind of teasing that she wasn't real, but I think I held out. I knew she was real. Well, I already saw it, so I don't know if you guys believe me or not, but I believe that she was real. But they were teasing that maybe she wasn't real. That the way he described her and all that stuff, she wasn't picking up. When we don't get why she didn't pick up, and then she makes him sing a song. Good song. I was laughing. I thought it was funny that they were singing a song. It was good. They were good singing. I was laughing because that was unexpected. I was like, that was not what I expected. It was just unexpected, so I just started busting up laughing. It was not really. It was not funny, but it was just unexpected. You guys know what I'm talking about. You guys know. And but yeah. But yeah, in the end, everybody does get back together. Jonathan and Nancy, they do get back together, and Elle and Mike, they get up back together, and they admit that they do love each other in the end. Mike said, "Oh, I love her." He couldn't really say it at the end, but 11 knew what 11 knew. She's 11. She's not actually 11. That's her name, 11. You guys get it. Elle. She knew that. She heard the conversation because they. I guess he talks really loud. So then, yeah. Okay, you got it. You guys got it. You guys got it. I mean, did Max and Lucas get back together? I think they did. Yeah, I think everybody got back. Yeah, they. So everybody in the beginning was like they were together. Then like the second episode, they broke up. Everybody kind of broke up or whatever. Like 3 relationships, like they all broke up. But then in the end, they did get back together. So I guess it was like the experience. Fighting this monster and all that stuff, and they didn't mean this, I didn't mean that, and realizing that there was a true love and all that stuff, and then everybody did get back together in the end, and the only person who didn't, was Joyce, because Hopper died, and it was just that was sad, and but yeah, overall good show, highly recommended. What you guys expect? Just phenomenal show. Phenomenal show. Whew. I don't know what to watch now on Netflix. Please recommend a show. I don't know what to watch on Netflix. In the comments down below. But yeah, if you guys, like this video, please like, subscribe, comment down below, share the video. It'll really help out if you do watch the video all the way through. Thank you guys. Thank you for all the who have subscribed so far. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All 24 of you. Thank you. Thank you. Alrighty. Love you guys. I will see you guys next week. Hey guys, I remember the Russian guy's name, Alexei. I put slurp hashtag Slurpee for Alexei. You guys know what I'm talking about. Slurpee for Alexei. Yeah, Alexei. He likes a Slurpee. You guys put it in your story. That would be funny. Hashtag Comic Talk, or just tag me in your story. Comic Talk. Hashtag Slurpee for Alexei. 7-Eleven, free Slurpee at 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven today. So yeah, free Slurpee today. And put it in your story. Tag me. Tag my channel. People are like, what the heck's Comic Talk? All you have to do is, put me in the story. And then tag Stranger Things TV. Maybe they'll see this video. That'll be awesome. Hi, Stranger Things. Maybe if they see it, probably won't, but be funny. I put like the hashtags on my story in my Instagram. So if you guys want to know the hashtag Slurpee for Alexei. And Comic Talk. Tag me in your story. Tag Stranger Things TV. Maybe they'll see it. Hello guys. Love the show. A+. But yes, be supporting my channel, please. Thank you. Love you guys. Remember to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week on Monday. SpongeBob. It will be a theme next week. That's my next video, talking about the most iconic SpongeBob episode. You guys heard it here first. See you guys next week.